good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel Lona, and thank you so very much for tuning into yet another installment of Everything Lelona, where we talk about everything and anything, child. So if you are new to my channel, thank you so very much for tuning into this particular video. I really hope that you will enjoy it, and that will make you hit that little subscribe button somewhere over here. And if you are a regular subscriber, a gang day one, what's good, what's up, what it do? I really hope that you are well and that you are taking care of yourself. Now on today's video, we are doing your favorite. We are doing a story time, baby. We are doing a story time, and grab your drinks, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Now this, as you can see by the title of this video, this will be a video about my worst Tinder experience. Actually, this was not my worst. I'm lying to you, yes, but this was my worst Tinder date. Worst Tinder date, because after this date, this person and I actually went on to have a pretty good relationship, so it wasn't all lost. Okay, so I am going to be drinking some brutal and brutal emdanin. You know, summer, guys, it's summer, and this drink is perfect for the summertime. Like, it's so refreshing, it's so good. And no, I wasn't sponsored, but I just enjoy brutal fruit, so that's what we're having today. Now, before we go any further, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you are interested in hearing about the story. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please click on that subscribe button here. And then also, what else do I want to remind you? Remember, guys, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we want to reach this before the 3rd of December. So please do share this video, even if it's on your Instagram, just a short snippet of this video. If I'll probably have a short video as well on Instagram, so if you are not following me on Instagram, please do so. Go to @ndingulelona, which I will link down below. Follow me, and then you will see the video on my stories. You can be able to share it from there. In that way, we are getting everyone here, right? So let's do exactly just that. And without wasting any of your time, let's get into the video. So now, as said, that this story is a story about my worst Tinder date. Now, this happened when I was still living in Pretoria, and this is how all my videos will start, that this happened when I was still in Pretoria. Now, what had happened was, right? Let me give you some context. So what happened was that I was still living in Pretoria, and Tinder was still like a new thing, because we were so used to, what is that other one? Badoo. We're so used to Badoo, right? And Tinder came, and we were like, we've heard Americans speak about this. So I jumped on to the bandwagon, and I downloaded Tinder, and I was like on Tinder. I was active on Tinder. I really wanted to find love at this particular time. So I was still a student, and my side hustle was promos. So I was doing a lot of promotions, alcohol promotions, in-store promotions, club promos, promoting alcohol, right? So I used to work for this other company called, So I used to work for this other company, and they dealt with promos. Now, some of these promos were like, we would go to, what do you call this? Like liquor stores, like your Tops and your Macros and your, like our club, but it's like a liquor store. So we do most of our promotions there. And then there were times where we had to go to clubs and do promos at clubs. So this is where the story will start, when I was doing a club promo. So there's a club in Pretoria called Blue Room. It's in Hatfield. Now, so now this club, oh wow, there's so much echo here. So there was this club called Blue Room in Pretoria, and it was in Hatfield. So this club was, it was like an Guys, remember that I was still a student. For me, that was upmarket, right? I was like, do drive like cantina, so the blue room is like a step up. You understand? So I was requested to work at Blue Room. Get to Blue Room, set up my stall. It's me and this other girl. I won't give her name because she's not important in this story. So it's me and this other girl. We get there, we set up. We have our we're wearing all black. I had, what did I wear? I don't remember. But we had like all black outfit. And we have our store, we have our samples. So whenever people come through. Now, what we were promoting was Strongbow. Remember when Strongbow first came in and they were introducing the flavors, the berry, what, and the gold apple. But they still had the original flavor. That was at that time. I'm sure some of my friends will remember because I've asked them to do promos with me at this time. So I was promoting Strongbow. Sharp. So we get to Blue Room, we set up, we are on fire. I'm doing my thing. I'm like, yo, hey, how are you? Please come through. Hey, you look so good, darling. Because one thing about me, I am going to sell the product, which is what I did. So I was like literally getting people to come and taste, and then afterwards I would take them to the bar to buy what we were actually promoting. That's what we were doing. Sharp. Now, as we are busy working, I'm working the floor, working the crowd, working like kumnand. Sharp. Walks in this guy. This guy is walking in. It's him, it's another guy, and another girl. So this other guy that they are working with is like in front of them, and then him and this girl are like next to each other. So when they walk in, they have to pass our stall, and he literally walked in like this. Like he smiled at me, and I'm like, hi. Yeah, well, so I'm like smiling as well. I'm like, but now I can't be what I was to this guy, because I'm like, this guy maybe wants me. He's so cute. So this guy walks in. He's looking dapper. He has like a white shirt and he has like blue jeans, loafers, has a nice watch, and he's looking simple. But if you remember, at this time we were all wearing snapbacks. I'm sure you all remember YMCMB. What was it? Young Money, Cash Money Business. Yes. Remember they had caps, snapbacks as a state. So Truck Fit as well had Truck Fit as well had like caps as a state. So it was that time where everyone was like wearing a sneaker. You understand? So this guy walks in and he looks different to literally everyone who's here. He's dressed so nicely, so simple, yet so sophisticated. So I'm like, he looks so good. And so he walks in, he smiles at me, I smile back, and then he walks away. They get a section, they sit, and then the night proceeds. Now, probably an hour after this guy has walked in, he comes with this girl. So they come, they're talking, they're laughing, and they're walking like, whatever. They get to where we are. Now, when they get to where we are, he's like, what is this? So I'm like, this is Strongbow. So he laughs, he's like, wait, what? Strongbow? Isn't this the drink that has been there? I'm like, yeah. So I start educating him about the product. That listen, they've launched new flavors, and here, I give him his sample to drink. I'm like, taste this one. I give a girl but taste this one, because I'm sure you as the guy would like the gold apple, you as the girl would like the berry flavored one. Nyano girl likes it, and then he's like, no, but I don't drink cider, so I was just accompanying her because she's the one who wanted to taste. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So in my head, I'm thinking that this guy and this girl are in a relationship. Because even when they were walking in, they were together, and the person that they were walking with is like in front of them. So I'm like, okay, couple then. Sharp. Couple. Nyan, they taste. And then okay, is like, I really like this red one. No. And then I say, yeah, that is the berry flavor. So let me go with you to the bar and we'll buy what you actually liked. Okay, I was like, no, let's go together, Mnanawe. And then Ugel can go back to the section. So yeah, so we walk together and he's like, I'm only doing this for you. What do you mean you're only doing this for me? He's like, no man, I'm only buying this shit because you are promoting it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you so very much for the compliment, I guess. I guess I'm doing a great job, hey? So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. We get to the bar, he buys, and then he walks back to his section. I walk back to my store. So that the night proceeds and I don't get to see this guy for the rest of the evening. He's at his section. I'm not his friend. We're not friends. We're not even talking. Like, this is just someone who came because I was promoting something. So I'm like, I'm not thinking anything deep about it. This guy is with his girlfriend, for crying out loud. So I'm like, whatever. He said what he said, and I'm like, maybe he was just drunk. Ngabi konto. Ngabi story. Ngabi namsebenzi. It doesn't work. It's not employed. It's fine. Now, remember I'm on Tinder. It's like 2 days after that event or a day after. I don't know, but it's like not on the day though. So I go back to my Tinder. I'm busy swiping. But lo and behold, fate has it. Fate has it. Now I see this guy on Tinder. I'm like, isn't this that guy that I actually saw at a blue room? What is he doing on Tinder? Doesn't he have a girlfriend? So I'm like, should I swipe right? Because you know how Tinder works. You either swipe left or swipe right. If you swipe right, it means you want the person. If you swipe left, you don't want the person, right? So I'm like, let me just see what he swiped. Because if I swipe right, and it's a match, it means nigga unbonile and he fancied what he saw. What do? I swipe right. Swipe right, it's not a match. I'm like, I'm like, I wanna die because I think this man, I just too much about this, you know? So I'm like, it's not a match. So I'm busy swiping. I log off Tinder. I'm annoyed because the person that I actually wanted didn't want me. So, oh baby. So now, later on, I get a notification from Tinder. Uguti, it's a match. And I'm like, I wonder who this could be because I've only swiped right once namhlanje. So I go in and then this guy, it says that me and this guy are a match. So it means he's in my area, but at the time he probably had not seen my profile. I was the first to see his profile. So I'm like waiting, I'm like, okay, so he just matched with me now, meaning that he just swiped right now. And he saw on his side, Tokuti, we are a match. So let me wait for him to actually text me. Ne? I wait like 30 minutes. I wait. There's no text. I'm like, was it a mistake? Did he swipe right? A mistake? What the hell is going on? Nyane, I'm like, you know what? Let me be a man about this. My main daughter, like, uta qina ekhaya bathembele ngawo. Qina ndoda, yaqina isibindi. Ndangena kwintontoni. Ndangena ku Tinder, ndangena kwi profile yakhe. I was like, what's a guy like you doing in a place like this? So I'm like, what's a guy like you doing in a place like this, baby boy? Yeah, well, so I go in smoothly though. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something along those lines, ne? So we start chatting. I'm like, wait, weren't you with your girl on the other night? He's like, my girl. I'm like, well, he's like, that was my twin. Like, that's my twin sister. Did you not see the resemblance? I'm like, actually, now that you mention it, oh, wait, sorry, guys. So what I said to him was, you had a bitch in your arm. I was like, you had a bitch in your arm. And he's like, I had a bitch in my arm. I'm like, yeah, the girl you were with. He's like, that's my twin. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, that's my twin sister. I'm like, so I say, yes. Now I say, oh my God, did I just call my sister-in-law a bitch? She's like, well, you will have to answer to her because your sister-in-law will not be happy about that. So in this particular point, or at this particular point, I'm like, I have this nigga, hook, line, and sinker. He's mine. He is mine, Utimna, because he's corroborating this whole thing as sister-in-law. And she can't be my sister-in-law if I'm not with him. So, do you get where I'm going with this? Sharp. So, we talk, we chat. And I'm like, okay, no, I think I'm ready now to move to WhatsApp. So we move to WhatsApp. Starts calling me. And now here's my number. And if you know me, I've always had one number for WhatsApp and for calls. Like, my number has always been the same. So he starts calling me. We start talking on the phone on a daily basis. And remember, we met the previous weekend. Ne? So we are talking throughout the week. He's like, I really want to see you again. I'm like, I want to see you too. Blah, 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 blah. Come the following weekend. On Friday, or that weekend, I wasn't working. At that weekend. And in my last video, I spoke about my aunt who had 2 kids who were like my age, right? We'll call them Pinky and Brain, because Pinky and the Brain, right? Ne? Yeah. Pinky, no Brain. Okay, no, Pinky, no Brian. Just to have Pinky, no Brian, right? So these are my cousins and they are brothers. Ne? They are siblings and they are the people who I went out a lot with when I was still in Pretoria. So they are at my place. We are chilling there, talking, we're drinking, we're smoking. One thing about me, so we're smoking and we are lit. I'm busy chatting to, let's give this guy a name. Let's give him the name Siyabonga. I don't know. Yeah, Siyabonga. So I'm busy chatting to Siyabonga. Chatting. I keep going outside to take my phone because he keeps calling, and I keep going outside to like answer his calls. And he says in one of the calls that, I really want to see you tonight. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm not working tonight, so I'm home. I'm chilling with my cousins. We are drinking. They're sleeping over. Wada. So you can come through here. He's like, no, I don't want to be in your space, right? I want us to meet in a neutral space where we both feel comfortable. Because if I'm in your space, I might not feel comfortable, but you might feel comfortable. Made total sense. So he's like, I'm going to Blue Room again tonight. Please meet me at Blue Room. I'm like, I'm so broke, nah. He's like, but I'm the one who's asking you. And then I say, but I'm with my cousins. He says, bring them. All I want is to see you. I'm like, okay, you don't have to tell me twice. Nigga. I'm coming. So he says, we should meet like in the next hour or whatever. But let's meet at this time at Blue Room. I'm like, cool. So I tell this or that, guys, let me quickly get ready, because when they were already ready, I'm like, let me quickly get ready. We're gonna go to Blue Room. This guy, Usiyabonga, has invited us to come to Blue Room. They're like, Usiyabonga. I'm like, he no Diane Echa. So in my head, Usiyabonga and I were a thing. I'm already calling him babe. Like, we've been talking for a week now, and you know me. 3 days is enough. Guys, so 3 days later, saying Kechile, saying baby, like my love already to Siyabonga. Aibo, please. So where I lived, right, in front of my apartment, there was like a fleet of meter cabs. Like, Ama 2000 won't know anything about meter cabs because Bakeli Uber. There were meter cabs at that time. That's just how long ago this was. There were meter cabs. So there's like a fleet of meter cabs in front of my apartment. So we go out, we get a meter cab, we go to Hatfield. Now I am looking cute. Remember I said that this guy dressed very dapper. He wore like a white shirt the first time I saw him, crisp white shirt, and he had like navy jeans, had loafers. Like, he looked really good. He had sunglasses, nice watch. He looked good. He wasn't a cool kid. He was a mature man. Guys, I was probably 20 at the time, and he was like 31, I think. Yeah. So that day I looked cute. I will insert a picture because I remember I had like a white shirt, I had a dungaree. One thing about being a nedelela, so I had idelela and I had it like one side, but I looked cute. Okay, so we get to Blue Room. We get outside Blue Room. So I'm busy like calling him and texting him. I called him. I'm like, listen, we just got to Blue Room. We are right outside. He's like, okay, cool. I'm also in the car. Let me quickly park and then I'm gonna come to you guys. I'm like, okay, cool. So we are by the door, a Blue Room. And so I'm like looking at, because I don't know what car he drives. Remember, this guy and I only met once when I was doing a promo. So he walks towards me and I'm looking at him on some, oh, wow, this is my nigga, right? So I'm like looking at him on some, wow, this guy is gorgeous. He was gorgeous. This guy was gorgeous. So he walks towards us, he gives me a hug. I'm like, you smell so good. You smell so good. And he smells so expensive. That time that the busy and the 1 million is a 25 rand. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. But guys, I'm a student. Let's get that right. So he comes to us, he hugs me, he greets me, and then he greets Pinky, no Brian, right? Greets them, he's like, yo, what's up? And then we go inside, we get a section, we sit. Remember, we were already drinking, so we hit the ground running because we are already lit. So we get there, slap. Yeah, sit here. We are having so much fun. Me, Pinky, and Brian, we are up on our feet, we are dancing. I can't remember, you guys. And I keep like going back and sitting down and talking to Usiabonga, my nigga. So we keep talking, we talk. When Nandi, he stands up, he starts loosening up, he starts dancing with me. I'm like grinding on him. Yeah, so like it's really nice. And I'm really enjoying this attention I'm getting from this guy because I fancied this guy from the time that I saw him walk in, but he had a bitch on his arm. As we like dancing and the night is proceeding, Sababa keeps sitting down and going on to his phone. So he's texting whoever he's texting. I don't know. I didn't ask anything. It's not my place to ask anything. This is our first date, right? So he's texting whoever, and I don't mind because I'm here with my cousins. We are dancing. This man is taking care of everything, right? Sharp. So I don't care. I just don't care. And then like an hour goes by or 2 hours go by since I like noticed that he's texting someone. And then I'm sitting next to him now. We're talking. I can't do like there's nothing. Come on, must say groove. When there's a time where it dance floor. But now it's like quiet. Abantu bahlala phansi, abantu having conversations, but the music is still playing loud. Now I notice someone coming from the door and walking towards us, and this person who's walking towards us is like this big guy. he's like a chubby guy, right? And he's very flamboyant, he's very feminine, and he's very loud. You can just tell from their demeanor as they're walking, oh, loud. And Mazi, I don't know this person. So as he's walking, he's like greeting everyone, like, hey, yeah, bro. So that's this guy. So he's like greeting everyone. So I'm like, okay, whoever he is, he knows everyone here. So I put my cousin, but I so this guy walks, and I'm like, no, this guy is coming towards us. And because we are in a section, it's not like he's gonna walk and then pass us, because the wall is here and the couch it has all. So he's walking, he's coming here. Do you understand? So this guy is coming to our seat. So when he gets there, he's like, it's like, hello, and then greets Usiyabonga. So I'm like, maybe umuntu kaSiyabonga lo. Maybe nangu oyena umuntu kaSiyabonga. I'm sure lo umuntu kaSiyabonga. So I'm like, so my cousins and I are like looking at each other on some, why did this guy look at us this way? Weird, right? But I'm like, I'm saying it's not employed with, it's fine. So now, where was I? I'm sorry guys, I'm drunk already. This is not my first one. So this guy has given us looks, and we were like, you're a nasty bitch. You are a nasty bitch. But as 13 is too late. One thing before I go on with the story is that Pinky and Brian go sa cha. If you know what that means, you know wana go puma silwe. Like a fight that is too big for them. Any fight will touch, let's go. You understand? Stop. Keep that at the back of your head. Okay? So this guy is here and he's talking to Usiyabonga. He didn't greet us, he gave us looks, and I was like, hello, Usiyabonga. They start talking, they talk, he sits down. Usiyabonga, I can see how uncomfortable he is right now, because I'm right next to him. Ne? And I'm like, okay, he's a bit uncomfortable with this whole thing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I lean and I like whisper in his ear, who is this person? So he whispers in my ears, no man, this is just my best friend. I'm like, okay, cool. Sharp. So one thing about me, I try and get along with everyone. I try and find common ground between you and I, and then I will build from that. Yeah, bro. So I talk to this guy. We'll call him Tonka. Yeah, Tonka. So I start talking to Tonka. I'm like, yo, hey, how are you? And then I introduce myself, and he gives me like he shakes my hand like this, and I'm like, okay, that was weird. You're being weird and you're being unnecessary. Yeah, bro. So we drink. Remember, we were lit already. We were high, we were drunk, and we were having the time of our lives before this guy came. Now things are a bit awkward because, yeah, bro. So we still stand up and we dance. It's me, Brian, and Pinky. And then Ati Utonka to Usiyabonga. Where did you get these ratchets? Like, I could hear him. I heard him say, where did you get these ratchets? And then I look, I'm like, it's talking about us. Bitch. I was like, sorry? And then Usiyabonga is like, baby. So now Usiyabonga. Now Usiyabonga, baby, man, come here. Yeah, bro. And then he's like, I went and Tonga, like, chill, what the fuck? Yeah, bro. So I'm like, listen here, this is my man, and I'm not just some ratchet nigga. So don't speak from the side of your neck, please. Yeah, bro. So I like address it right then. He didn't find us here. We are not some people who came to chow his money, because what the fuck? Yeah, bro. So I'm like, listen here, this is my nigga and this is my man. So do not speak from the side of your mouth, of your neck, because I will step on that neck. Sharp. Now there's tension between me and Utonga, and my cousins can notice it. They're like, what's going on? So I give them the tea. One thing about me, I will give them the tea. They say, so I'm like, this one just called us ratchet. Ukuti, where does Usiyabonga find these ratchets? And is this because we are dancing? Like, are we now saying ratchet people, or people who dance at clubs where people actually dance are ratchet? Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think I am as well, bitch? So I'm like, disclaimer, I don't fight, not a fighter, I'm a lover. The night proceeds. This guy does not give us any time, right? He's sitting right next to Siyabonga. I'm like, Ndim ojola no Siyabonga apa. The only person who's gonna sleep with Siyabonga, Ndim. So get your fat ass out of that seat, because I need my fat ass on that seat next to my nigga. So I come through and I like literally squeeze myself in between. Whatever I mean in that drama, I will provoke you. I will provoke you. So I squeeze myself between them, and then and like I was being affectionate towards Siyabonga. Sharp. Now my cousins are livid because this guy has been passive aggressive towards us, and we've noticed it, and we're like, we don't like it. Girl, we don't like it. So stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out. Sharp. Now the night proceeds. We're drinking. I stand up. I go to the bathroom. Get to the bathroom. There's a line. So I'm standing in line. Standing in line like this. Yeah, boy. And then I finally get my chance. I pee. I come out. When I come out, Umtulo is like dying down, because it would doof. Now it's like doof. And all I could hear was, bitch! So all I could hear was, bitch! At this point, I should have known what was going on. Nah? I'm hearing bitch, and I'm like, people are fighting. And I'm going to be curious, who's fighting? Yeah, bro. So I'm like, and I'm not seeing anyone move, and everyone is looking where we were sitting. I'm like, oh my god, these two. It clicks, Uguti. Even when I left our table, there was tension. Right? So I should have known. Guys, I should have known. So I'm like, oh my god, it's at my table. It's at my table. The fight is at my table. So I quickly walk over. Tonga is on the floor. Guys, remember, Tonga is a big boy. Both of my cousins are like skinny and scrawny, and Tonga is on the floor. These two are like, you understand? On top of him. So I run. I'm looking at Usiyabonga. I'm like, Usiyabonga is not phased, is not bothered, right? Up until I got there. I'm like, baby, why are they fighting? He's like, I tried stopping this a long time ago, and no one was like stopping it, even before they were like, even when they were still arguing and being verbal, before it became physical, I tried stopping it, and they were just not buying it. So I'm done. I'm like, Thixo wam ndaluza indoda because of iikhazi zam ezi-wretched and ezibizwa wretched ngutonka. Like, so I go and like I push them away from Utonka, right? Push them away from Tonga, the bouncers come, and then now it's like a huge thing where the bouncers are here and everyone is looking. I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. I am so embarrassed. So as I'm pushing these two away, Tonga stands up and he grabs me. I was like, bitch, do not. Because one thing about me, it's better ngel khoba lesavan. Take khoba lesavan like nakubetha unye wena. Angiqeli kakubi mina ndingabanga aba nakugqebha. Ki uthena wena. So like he's like, yo. So they fought. I almost fought. And had it gotten there, I think I would have fought with my friends. Not with them or against them, but I would have fought alongside my friends because nothing is going to stop me from getting my man. Not even a jealous friend that has a crush on him. Because it came up in conversation, Okuti. So I was like, I think now days later, because after that night we got thrown out of the club, I was like, babe, I'm going. And he took us home and Tonga went his separate way and he took us home. He's like, I'm really, really, really sorry about how he acted. I was like, I'm really sorry about how they acted as well. So, as we were talking with Usiabonga, he's like, no man, Tonga had a huge crush on me back in the day. So whenever I would introduce him to someone new or someone that I'm dating, he would always have a problem with that person. So I was like, oh, so he wanted you, that's why. But baby girl, I'm here now. So, you must just deal. Must just dizzle. So guys, that was the story. That was the worst Tinder date I have ever been on. Because it ended in a brawl. Like I literally had to fight. All my life I had to fight to get the man. But that's how it ended. The date itself was nice up until Tonga came through. Right? And afterwards, the relationship as well went pretty smoothly. The guy and I were together for some time and yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have anything to share, this might be your, I don't know, your story as well. Maybe you have a video suggestion. Maybe you have whatever that you want to say. Please leave that down below. And also, what's next? What's next? We're getting to the 1,000. Please, for my sake, do not forget to share this video, because I think that's how people will actually be able to watch the video, is if you share it. Okay, so guys, please do that for me and I will be eternally grateful to all of you. So again, we are getting to that 1,000 because somebody 1,000 gang. What's good? So guys, again, thank you so very much and I will see you on my next video. Bye.